especially 17-18, a special season for him and for us. And I think, looking at where we are as a team, certainly he's looking, at the end of the season, being a restricted free agent, or at least having that right. So I just think it was for us, not just for the short term.
Shero, a highly respected NHL executive and the son of Hockey Hall of Fame coach Fred Shero, has passed away at the age of 62. The NHL confirmed the news in a statement on Wednesday, leaving the hockey world stunned and deeply saddened. Shero was known not only for his sharp eye for talent and leadership in the front office, but also for his warm, infectious personality that made him beloved across the league.
The crowd had already gathered by the time the news broke. Coaches, players, reporters, even rivals stood silent. No puck dropped that day. No cheers erupted. Phones buzzed with the same gut-punch headline: Ray Shero is gone. And for a moment, the NHL stood still, mourning a man whose name never lit up the scoreboard, but whose fingerprints were on nearly every inch of the ice. He never laced up skates for the show, never scored a goal in Game 7, but Ray Shero didn't have to. He was a builder, a quiet architect of dynasties. Behind that easy grin was a mastermind who resurrected struggling teams, lifted banners, and earned the respect of legends and rookies alike. In Pittsburgh, he gave Sidney Crosby his crown and built the foundation for a championship team that would change hockey forever. In New Jersey, he gave lost fans hope again, crafting a new era with raw talent and vision, always 2 steps ahead of the league. But what many didn't see, what didn't make the press releases, was how he sat with rookies when their confidence shattered, how he called injured players in the hospital, how he remembered your kid's birthday. His job was hockey, but his life? That was people. He carried the weight of his father's legacy, Fred Shero, the mastermind coach who revolutionized the Flyers in the 70s. That was a name that came with expectations, comparisons, shadows. But Ray carved his own path, not with noise or ego, but with results and quiet brilliance. His father once said, "Win together today, and we walk together forever." And Ray lived that every single day.
But obviously for the longer term as well, to continually build this out, and it's one of those things. It's a hard day. It's not that hard of a decision as to where we are, but it's a harder day because you're dealing with somebody you've dealt with for a number of years here, and he's a great kid, and that's a relationship that Taylor and myself. There's a lot of speculation and rumors out there throughout the training camp and beyond, and there's 2 people that know exactly what's going on, actually, along with our managing partners, obviously. But I think from our standpoint, it was.
Then came the phone call no one was ready for. At just 62 years old, the man who gave so much to the game, gone. No warning, no long goodbye, just silence.
And so I'm going. I went last time. How's that? No, there's Jack Hughes. I know Jack well, and there's good players in this draft, and the Jack and obviously Kako are the 2 guys they talk about a lot. And I've known Jack's father for a long time. Actually, he played at Providence College when I was back in the agent business. I was his agent, and it's funny. And then, but it's we see this, and it's like they're not proper anybody. I'd love to have those guys. Love to have them. They're not proper anybody, so you can talk about them, right? Love to have them. And that goes to adding more talent. But I know one thing: even if we get the first pick, second pick, teams behind us are going to get good players, and they are. And we've seen that many, many times. And we've seen, you're watching exit meetings around the league today.
In the days that followed, tributes poured in, grown men cried, flags flew half-staff at practice rinks. His smile, his presence had become part of the heartbeat of the sport.
For a while, I think it needs some stability, and I think he's brought that, especially the last 20 games. There's some substance to the team, there's discipline. That's what I saw from the outside. I mean, I'm an optimist. I think I can work well with people. My feeling is that I'm going to work well with Michelle.
And suddenly, it was missing. A GM? Sure. But more than that, Ray was the guy. The one you called for advice. The one who believed in you when no one else did. The one who lit up the room and never needed to be the loudest to be heard. And now, a league full of warriors, coaches, and front office titans are left with a space at the table that can't be filled. Not really, because Ray Shero didn't just build hockey teams. He built people. He built trust. And in a world where power can make you cold, he stayed warm. So maybe the real legacy isn't the cup in 2009 or the MVP he brought to Jersey. Maybe it's every handshake, every phone call, every dream he nudged forward behind the scenes. Ray's gone, but what he stood for, that's still skating strong. In the young GMs who studied him, in the players he mentored, in the teams he molded from chaos into contenders. And now it's our turn to carry that same spirit, that same fire, that same kindness. If Ray ever believed in you, or if you're just hearing his story now, take something from it. Treat people better than you found them. Build something real, and never forget that behind every great team, there's someone like Ray Shero, quietly changing the world. If this story moved you, don't let it stop here. Share Ray's legacy. Talk about the unsung heroes in sports. And let's honor the man who reminded us that greatness doesn't always come from a goal horn. Sometimes it comes from heart.